And we know we're very close to docking in Puerto Rico because, as you can see, our pilot has just arrived to bring us into port. But you can also see one of the forts that we're sailing into right ahead. So we are now in San Juan Bay, getting ready to dock. And if you take a look, there are 2 runways here as we're coming into Old San Juan. And right back here, we can see it from our balcony, is San Cristobal's castle. Cannot wait to explore this town.
They weren't wrong about it being hot.
It's really hot here. We're to be back on the ship by 7:30. All right, we are almost in the city here. Bienvenidos a Puerto Rico. Here is our first look of downtown. And with Puerto Rico being a U.S. territory, it's not surprising to see a Walgreens here. And right up here, this is called a peach palm. According to Google Images, it's a peach palm. So it is currently a little past 11 o'clock. We just got off the ship, and we are going to eat here at Raíces. So this is a really awesome restaurant with cool theming. Back here, got another little mural, as well as in this direction. And right here is the Puerto Rican flag, and this is so cool. Cafe Raíces. So Jennifer has a friend who's from Puerto Rico, and she has recommended several things for us to try while we're here. What are some of those items?
So shout out to Joanna. She said the red snapper is a popular dish here, and they serve it as a whole fish. So she said that is really good, and she said anything that's like passion fruit flavored is really popular here. The Piraguas, which is what they call a snow cone here, she said those are really delicious. She said there's like certain stands that her family goes to whenever they come. They come for family reunions every 2 years. She lived here until she was like 25, so she hasn't lived here in a while, but they come every 2 years with their family. And what else did she say?
Mofongo.
Yeah, mofongo was the other thing, which we're trying today.
And the other thing that we're going to try today is a pina colada. So we're going to try a non-alcoholic pina colada at Barachina. Barachina claims that they invented the pina colada. However, the Hilton Caribe Hotel here in Puerto Rico also claims that they invented it. So there's a discrepancy between the two, but Barachina has a sign outside of it, so we're going to try that while we're here, and it's just going to be a great day. It's a really hot day here in Puerto Rico, but we are very excited to bring you guys along with us today. Henry, tell us what Henry got there, Jennifer.
So Henry got the mini mofongo, which is the kids' portion of the mofongo with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce.
Okay, and then over here, what did you order?
And I got the mofongo with the carne frita y cebolla salteada, which is the fried pork chunks and sauteed onions.
Okay, and then Gentry ordered the chicken with rice.
This is the pan-seared chicken, and he could choose out of 3 or 4 different types of rice. He chose white rice, and it looks like it also came with some beans.
And I ended up getting the pollo al ajillo, which is chicken mofongo. And look at this, there's like a flower in there.
So mofongo is mashed plantains, which they look like really big unripe bananas, but it's more of like a potato starch texture. And I'll show you. You can look kind of down in there. There's a piece of it. They also make tostones out of these, which are more of like, you kind of make patties out of them and kind of pan-sear them or fry them, and you can dip them just like nachos.
Henry, how's a mofongo, buddy?
This tastes like a potato to me. Looks like a potato. It is a tasty potato. And I would say the sauce, it tastes pretty good.
And I have to say, I'm not usually a plantains fan, unless they're sweet plantains. These are delicious. What do you think, Jennifer?
I love it. It has a really good garlic taste to it, and they're not dried out or anything, and they were paired really well with the meat and the onions.
And I don't know what the chicken is marinated in here with, or if they just have it. It looks like there's a little bit of seasoning on there, but this is outstanding. Much better than expected. So after that great meal, we are going to go and get some dessert. And the dessert is called a Mallorca. And a Mallorca is kind of like a sweet bread, and it's like a sweet yeasty bread topped with confectionery sugar. So we'll try it out and see what it's about. All right, so right here is the restaurant called Mallorca, and here is what they look like. They have all kinds of other pastries, donuts. So let's go try them out. So these are fresh, right from the oven. And he said, hey, I brought out the best surprise, and it's cinnamon. So I'm gonna try a little cinnamon on one, and then try one just plain. And so let's try them out. What do you think about Mallorcas?
10 out of 10.
Jennifer, what are your thoughts?
I agree, 10 out of 10. It's so good.
10 out of 10. I give it a 10 out of 10 as well. It's buttery, it's sweet, but then you have that sugar on top to give it like an extra element of sweetness. It's a yeasty sweet, almost like a Hawaiian roll with butter and sugar on top. So if you're going to get a Mallorca, I definitely recommend going to Restaurante Mallorca. All of the bushes have flowers all over them. Palm trees are very floral here. The architecture is just so amazing. This is like stuff from the brochure. When you think of Puerto Rico, I think of this. Wow. I love all these balconies that they have on the buildings, and check out the stained glass on this building. So this is Cathedral Basilica Menor de San Juan Bautista. And this church was constructed in the year 1540. But what is also fascinating about this is Ponce de Leon. We all know the famous Spanish conquistador Ponce de Leon. Well, in elementary school, we know that he was looking for the Fountain of Youth, but a lot of modern historians have actually debunked that because there's actually no evidence to support that he was looking for the Fountain of Youth, but his tomb is here. This is where he was laid to rest. It's the second oldest church in the Western Hemisphere.
So they have the etched paintings, the 3D paintings of the Stations of the Cross, as well as the statues, such as Jesus carrying the cross.
And here is the tomb and final resting place of Ponce de Leon. So Jennifer and I have visited the St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City, and that was very impressive, but I think the second most impressive church I've ever been in is right here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Muchos gatos in Puerto Rico. There are lots and lots of cats around here, and I don't know what this is. It's almost like a Poseidon / rooster / conch shell. I don't really know, but there's a cool little tree here at the center of town. Ready to stop by a place called Limbers, which we have read online is famous for their piraguas, which is a Puerto Rican shaved ice that they are known for here. So right here along the coastline in this really awesome area, if you take a look right by this tropical bush, is a place called Limbers, and that is where they sell piraguas. So let's go see what they have. Okay, there's a bell. Okay, what would you like?
Which kind do you want? Lemon or coconut?
Or
guava pineapple?
We've got our piraguas here. Gentry, what flavor did you get?
Lemon.
Lemon. And then Henry and I got
Coconut.
coconut. And you can kind of see some of that shaved coconut on top. And what did you get, Jennifer?
I got passion fruit.
Passion fruit. And taking a brief look here, what a view of the shoreline at Puerto Rico. And of course, Puerto Rico means rich port. It was well known for its gold and its sugar cane, and you can see it is well fortified all the way around here. So here is the narrowest house in Puerto Rico. This gives you a perspective. We've got 2 kids. Their arm span is almost the width of the entire house.
And here is my dad's arm span.
It says La Casa Donde Nació la Pina Colada en el año 1963 por Don Ramon Portes Mingo. And that says this is the house where in 1963 the Pina Colada was created by Don Ramon. And the reason that I know it says that is because it's down here in English, and it says it down here as well. All right, here we go. 4 non-alcoholic pina coladas where it was all invented. Pink for you. I know that yellow is your favorite color. You got it? And how about that? Green is Gentry's favorite color. And no kidding, my favorite color is blue. And Jennifer's is pink. All right, ready? Cheers. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
What do you think?
It's so good.
Oh, this is the best ever.
And this does not taste artificial by any stretch of the imagination. It's very fresh coconut, very fresh pineapple. Amazing. All right, so what's your guess, Gentry?
Bunny.
Bunny?
I mean, I think it's like a bunny eating something. I mean, he is holding his hand up, so.
So years ago, like in 2011, Jennifer and I were in Jamaica, and we saw some kids who were learning to sail on these little tiny boats. And I believe that's what we're looking at here. You see a boat ahead, and then you see these little tiny sails. And like I said, when we were in Jamaica, they were kids, probably like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. I've never seen anything like this on the mainland, but we're seeing it here in Puerto Rico, and we've seen it in Jamaica. So tonight for supper, we opted for the Windjammer. I got a salad here with some peppers, eggs, cheese, ranch dressing. Over here, I've got some lamb, filet mignon, some pasta, a cheeseburger with no bun, some macaroni, and Gentry loaded up on some similar things here with a roll and a baked potato. And Jennifer and Henry should be back soon. Henry, what'd you end up getting, bud?
I got some chips, the good old chips, and I got some salmon, I think.
Yeah, that's salmon.
I got some
Lamb.
and I have some, whatever these are, rolls. I don't know what they are.
I don't know if they are either, but there's beans and
But,
chicken in it,
yeah,
and cheese.
And then I got this.
It's a burrito.
I got some sour cream and this to dip my chips in, and then got some cheesy rice.
Nice.
And then I got a roll too.
And I had to go back to get some more lamb chops. Those are phenomenal.
I got a little bit of everything. So I got like, they had like all kinds of different cheeses and different like marinated vegetables and stuff. And they had marinated figs. I thought that sounded good. I love figs, so that sounded really tasty. This is a mushroom masala with jasmine rice. But look at these cool grapes. And then they had lobster mac and cheese, and also this is a vegetable lasagna.
Where'd you find the lobster mac and cheese? Which island?
It's on the hot bar way down there.
Okay, there's like 20 islands at this buffet, so.
And then I got just some different things, random things to try here too. Try a bite of everything. So, this is an onion tart, and it says it contains pork, so I'm guessing it probably has like some shredded pork in there. That's a chili lime salmon, and this was on like the Hispanic type of foods thing, so there's some kind of good seasoning on that too.
Looks great. For dessert, I got pina colada cake, and right here, some churros with some chocolate sauce, and 2 oatmeal raisin cookies. They're out of coconut, which is the best, but I guess that's why they're out of them, because they are the best. And Gentry went for the churros with the chocolate cookies with chocolate chips. Henry, what'd you get for dessert?
I got a plum, and I got some Cheerios with some chocolate, and then I got some coffee,
Coffee cake,
and then I got,
pina colada cake.
and then I got this one. You can't see it very well, but it's a chocolate cake.
All right,
So
that looks pretty delicious. And Jennifer, what'd you get?
I got the coffee fudge cake trifle here.
Yeah?
And then the pina colada cake. And then Henry and I got a cookie to split. And then I got a plum.
The pina colada cake was the only thing I did not like. It was just a little strong on the pineapple.
I'll probably like it.
We are gonna play a round of golf here at Lost Dunes. All right, so here is hole 1. Gentry is going left-handed. Jennifer is left-handed, so she's always going left-handed, but Gentry's normally right-handed, so he's having quite a bit of a time with his cast there. And tap it. Awesome view of the back of the ship here too. Just amazing.
Spraying up your shoulders. Okay. Do it.
Nice.
I go farther than Jake.
Right, Gentry's up for this hole in the back of the shipwreck here. You really almost have to get it like perfect. There's 3 little holes that are back there, and you almost have to get it perfectly lined up with one of those holes. And it's still not guaranteed to go down here for a hole in 1. There we go. This looks like it's going to be a challenging course. It is a par 4, so that tells a lot right there. All right, here goes Jennifer. Nice shot. Here it goes. Hole in 1. Hole in 1. Look at that. I spoke too soon. What's happening here for par? All right, we got hole number 8. And Gentry's turning this wheel here, which makes this go up and down. All right, this is the final hole here.
This is 9-2.
Final hole, par 2. Oh!
He's trying to aim for the surfboard, but he can't.
I think he was aiming for the first hole over there. Mulligan.
You guys should try again, baby.
And they have the boys' favorite, sub soccer. There you go. So we are officially drifting away from port here in Puerto Rico. It has been an amazing day in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And we look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video for day 5 of our 7-day cruise on Star of the Seas.